Secrets destroy marriages. Luke 8:17, for nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known. The thing about secrets is that you never wake up and say, I'm gonna keep secrets from my spouse. It happens with little compromises. I'll drink today, or no one will know about the time I've spent watching porn. These little compromises accumulate, and one day you've graduated into a secretive lifestyle that you defend with more secrets. When the relationship was new, everything was on the table. They knew your whereabouts, your schedule wasn't filled with unexpected meetings, and the two of you were almost always together. What happened? Secrets begin when we consider certain behavior damaging. We don't want the relationship to end, but we don't want to see selfish behavior either. You most likely didn't set out with the intention to cheat. The thought mulled around in your head, and you decided not to reject it. At first you did. The thought came to your mind and you tossed it out promptly. Over time, the natural struggles of life and relationships began to wear on you. Bills, unruly kids, nagging wife or husband, tension on your job. These things started to get close to you, and that's when little compromises began to take shape in your mind. Most likely, the first compromise you entertained wasn't cheating. That eventually came, but it started with little things. I'll hang out with the fellas after work today. It's cool, no harm done. You might not have known it, but 1 Corinthians 15:33 says, bad company corrupts good morals. You gave your life to God. You're born again. But the fellas, they don't see anything wrong with a few drinks after work. None of them have ever showed any real interest in religious things. And compromise number one takes you for a ride. You're married. The fellas are all single, and their conversation is loaded with testimonies of their sexual escapades. Then, the bar where you guys meet up at has a very attractive waitress. The guys know you're married, but they encourage you to slip her your number because they've noticed that she gives you the eye whenever you come in. Make way for compromise number two. Why would you give this woman your number? Aren't the alarm bells going off in your mind? They're blaring, but peer pressure and intoxication from the alcohol has put you in this position. Weeks go by, and now you start hiding your phone. If you don't do that, then all of a sudden you put a security code on it. You might have even gotten a burner phone that you keep in your car, or one that you leave at work. Your wife isn't stupid. She realizes that all of a sudden she doesn't hear your phone ringing, and it's because you've switched it to vibrate whenever you come home. She notices that you step outside to answer calls, and that you don't talk to her much unless you're arguing. All these issues simply because a few beers after work seemed okay. Secrets destroy relationships. Psalms 44:21. Shall not God search this out? For he knoweth the secrets of the heart. I kept secrets from my ex-wife. Secrets that I protected with lies. I never intended for things to end up the way they did. When I first married her, we were always together, and we were deeply in love. I was a born-again Christian, but I began to play around with the idea of smoking weed. I had smoked before, but when I got baptized, I had let that habit go. Little by little, I began to play with the idea. It wasn't that big of a deal, I convinced myself, and that as a born-again believer, I figured I could smoke a little bud here and there. I discarded 1 Corinthians 6:19-20. What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which you have of God, and you are not your own? For ye are bought with a price. Therefore glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's. I compromised my beliefs and picked up old habits I had left behind. This weakened me in other areas. Soon after I started smoking again, the old habit of watching pornography crept back into view. I had already fallen back in one area, so by the time I started contemplating what to do with pornography, I was weak. My attitude started changing. I became easily irritated when before I was as cool as a fan. I had to start hiding things to keep my wife in the dark. I was hiding cigarette lighters. I was hiding the weed. I had to hide the cigars. I would get irritated whenever she would roam in areas that I had objects hidden. I would carry cologne, a toothbrush, and mouthwash with me whenever I left the house so that I could mask the scent of marijuana on my person. She picked up on my changes. At first, I could lie and get away with it, but she got wiser. She began to figure out what I was doing, and by the time she did, I had no intentions of quitting. I started lying more and more, and with the lies came more secrets, until one day at work, a fine young lady walks in and begins flirting with me. Notice all the compromises I had given into before this point. I had started back smoking. I had started watching porn again. I was lying. I was hiding things. One compromise made way for another. And when this young lady asked me for my number, I compromised again. And instead of telling her that I was married, I told her that if she had come back the next day at the same time, that I would give her my number. Well, she did. The next day, she showed up exactly when I had told her to. More compromises led to more secrets. Secrets led to me taking this young lady out of town. The only thing that stopped us from having sex is that I ended up getting arrested visiting my probation officer. You guessed it, for weed. I spent nearly 3 months in jail. Looking back at it all, secrets and compromises made it all happen. You ladies aren't exempt. You have secrets. You plot, hide, and tell lies just like men do. You valued your relationship, but somewhere along the line you entertained thoughts that you once discarded. You entertained that handsome man on Instagram that always compliments your photos. But why? Was your man cheating? Maybe. Were you not satisfied with his conversation and became bored? That's most likely the case. But cheating never fixes the issues in a relationship. You fought back the idea. But just as you're convinced that cheating isn't the answer, your mate gets caught up in questionable behavior. And that handsome fella on Instagram starts saying all the right things. You're open. You crave the attention because it's the one moment of your day you feel alive, desired, sexy. You agree to meet this handsome stranger for a drink at Starbucks after you've convinced yourself that it was harmless. Weeks go by, and your desire for the stranger has increased drastically. You barely speak to your mate. You make up lies to hide what you're really doing. Lies like, I'm going to get my hair done, or me and the girls are going to meet up. One secret leads to another. One lie leads to another. You sleep with the handsome stranger and destroy your relationship. It's all started with entertaining a man on Instagram. A man who's been long gone since he got what he wanted. Secrets destroy marriages. Secrets destroy relationships. Think things through. Keep the communication between you and your mate alive. Relationships require constant maintenance. Relationships weren't built to withstand secrets. Compromises isolate you from your lover. It makes cheating more accessible. Secrets destroy the foundation of the peace in your home. Back up, rewind the tape, and see where compromises and secrets will land you.